We got this.
We can do it.
Let's begin. And what is on your list? Because I didn't write anything down.
What has come out?
Let's do what you've watched.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So what's come out that I've watched?
Yes.
I did not make a list of everything that's come out since the
No.
last time. Just what I've watched because that's all I could talk about. I I don't think any of these were out when we were like still going, so correct me if I'm wrong, but so far on the list, I have Last Twilight, Twins, Pit Babe, The Sign, Cooking Crush, Playboy, Cherry Magic, the Thai version, Dead Friend Forever, City of Stars, Deep Night, A Thousand Years Old, Two Worlds, We Are, Perfect Proposal, Although I Love You and You, My Strawberry Film, Love is Better the Second Time Around, Love for Love's Sake, Jazz for Two, VIP Only, Anti Reset, Unknown, At 25, and Akasaka, Living with Him, and Gray Shelter.
Is that the list now? I think I've watched most of them.
Yep. I mean, there a lot came out, and those are just the ones that I had time for. So like, there's more I want to watch, but those are like the main ones.
I think I've watched like 90% of that list. And
hmm
I think it was
Some
that
of them
one
are like ongoing right now. Like they've been airing for a while. They're just not over yet. So there's definitely some that are like still being watched.
With that being said, out of your list, well, what is your like top like BL chip currently?
Or all out of those choices.
Out of the choices, what is your favorite like ship that came out of the shows?
Mm, okay, give me a second. Give me think about it. Probably. Well, some of them have been like some of them are iconic. Like Cherry Magic Tie. That's
True.
Tay and New. You can't like they're iconic. But then you have new ones like Pit Babe. You
Yes.
got Pavel and Poon or Poon and Pavel. Sorry, I don't want to start that war. Yeah, Love for Love's Sake was really good too. I can't remember the couple's like name ship right off. You know the Korean one. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
Yes.
That ship was really good, and he's so cute. And I watched their camping episodes on YouTube. I don't know if you watched their little. They're so
Yeah.
cute. So then that's another one. Um, those are probably my big ones. We've got like Two Worlds, which is Max and Nat. They're always iconic.
Mhm.
I mean, Dead Friend Forever. Every single one of those, all of them. Barcode got two. Oh, technically he got yeah, he got two. Three.
Three?
Two? Three? Well,
Wait,
one
wait, hold
wasn't
up.
really. Some
Well,
of them were under like he
distress.
was being abused.
Yeah.
People in Unknown,
Mhm.
they're doing a really good job. It also had Sam in it. Sam
Yes.
is the doctor in that show.
I love Sam.
Okay, what about you? Do you have any like ships?
I think what really stood out was Billy and Bay.
Yes. The Sign.
The Sign, yes. Billy and Bay really took the cake for me. The two characters in Jazz for Two,
Uh-huh.
they really took the cake for me because I was just like, "Ah,
Mm-hmm.
no,
The Korean dramas that have come out recently have been good.
right? Oh my god. I saw there was like 8 episodes and I was like, oh yay. And then I was like, oh no. More.
Yeah, they
Uh,
didn't really have very many. They've only had three. They've got Love for Love's Sake, Jazz 2, and Gray Shelter, which has the guy that plays Choco in the
yes,
Chocolate Milk and
yes.
yeah. I'm ready for the angst. I'm already ready to cry. There's only one episode left though. I'm sad.
I haven't watched it yet. I was waiting for it to end.
Okay, yeah. There's only this week is the last week. There's
Okay,
only
good.
5 episodes. It's sad.
Ugh, why is it only 5 episodes? Come on.
Really good though.
Give me 10 episodes.
I know. All Korean ones are short.
I've never seen a long BL Korean anything.
Mm-mm. Honestly, Love for Love's Sake was probably like the longest because it was a full eight, I think 8 episodes, and each one was 40 minutes.
And it was so good.
Yeah.
It
Because
was
the rest, we've had some others that are like 8 episodes. I think there might be one that's got 10 episodes, but they're like 15 to 20 minutes an episode. It's like
mhm.
it's not this, it's like shorter. But Love for Love's Sake was a full 40 minutes. I was so happy every episode.
The Korean BLs have been doing so well. And I'm just like,
hmm
it's really hard not to watch. But there was this one, it's not classified as a BL. It's like a K drama and one of the lead actors is gay.
hmm
Have you? I don't know if you've seen or watched it or saw it.
I think I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it yet.
I think it's called Impossible Marriage, Impossible Wedding.
Oh, yeah. I want to say Marriage, Impossible Marriage. But yeah. I did watch some of that. I didn't finish it. The brother is gay, and he's with the girl is her beard, but the girl falls in love with the gay brother's brother.
Yes. I started watching that the other day, and my brain was like, I was waiting for this plot line to happen. Eventually this was gonna happen, and it finally did.
Hmm.
Oh, it's gonna
They're
go
getting
there.
a lot more, I wouldn't say accepting, but more open to the idea of like the LGBTQ, and like more actors are taking like more well-known actors and especially idols, surprisingly, are like taking more roles in the BL community, and like afterwards are not ashamed of it. They're like, yes, and like they're doing more stuff, like they're promoting it and they're happy about it, and like they're getting good reviews. So I think the society's very slowly opening up to it, because I know they're still very harsh on it about it, but it seems like they're doing better slowly.
One big step for BL,
Yeah.
and
I
maybe one
think
couple.
having well-known idols and actors participating is really helping push it through these last like few years, because we've gotten a lot more singers and like idols that's like kind of started it and was the first ones to like do it, and now we've got like well-known actors that are now participating, and like other people look up to them already, and if they say it's okay, everybody's like, oh my god, it's okay now.
I've been really lacking on watching the Taiwanese BLs recently,
Mm-hmm.
so I haven't watched Unknown.
Oh, really?
Haven't watched it.
Oh my god, girl, you gotta watch it.
I'm
It's on
scared.
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
Yes, it's on YouTube. That's what I watch it on.
I'm
And
really
we get the
scared.
episodes a day late because it's also on Viki, but Viki's a whole week behind, so they're like a whole episode behind. But on YouTube, you just get it one day late. It's originally streaming on the Youku app, but like they broadcast it on Sundays, and then on Monday we get it on YouTube. And
Oh,
so I was fine with that. I'd rather just be one day behind than a whole week, so I watched it on YouTube, and it's really good.
I'm scared though. Like I've seen
Mhm.
those what do you call them? Like the TikToks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
I don't know if like because they've talked in interviews about how their NC scene
mhm.
is very passionate, and I don't think they can show that on YouTube. So I think that episode might be a cut version on YouTube, and I might watch the full version of that one on Viki. But I'll watch the cut one first. But all the interviews they've talked about, they've said that like the moaning was very loud, and like both of the actors had to do it a couple times because they kept getting embarrassed because they were so into their characters. Like the older brother is the one who was moaning a lot, and like the younger brother, who's I'm presuming the top, it doesn't really matter, but he is like, yeah, I kept getting really embarrassed and my ears would turn red, so we had to cut and start over because it was so realistic, and like I'm excited for that.
Oh
I
my,
just saw on TikTok right before we started this an audio clip from that episode, and I'm ready. I'm ready. There's
I
whining. Sorry. Sorry. That show's good. You should watch it. I think we're 9 episodes in.
okay.
I
Is
think there might be 12,
12? Okay.
so we're not done yet.
Should I just wait or should I just binge it and then suffer with
I mean, both are, you could binge it by now. You'll have to suffer every week. But if you don't want to watch it and you want to wait till it's all out, since you haven't already seen any of it, it might be easier to not like, you know what I mean? If you've held out this long. But if you want to watch it, I definitely recommend watching it. It's very good.
I'm terrible.
I'm a little I'm a little mad because um now I get they're a little different. I get this, as I don't want to defend what I'm about, like one of the ships that I'm about to mention, but everybody is so obsessed with Unknown and loves it so much, and like is very supportive and like, oh my god, this is amazing. I love this story, blah blah blah. And it's about two stepbrothers who aren't really brothers, but like they were raised as brothers since they were younger, and I'm okay with that because they're not really brothers. Like I'm not, and I'm also like, don't go do that in real. Like make sure it's consensual and stuff like that. Like don't groom people. But like they're both equally love each other, and it's like they're not really related. But they did that in one of the histories, if
Yes.
you remember, and
Yes.
people hated it. They fucking hated it. And they did not like that storyline. They didn't even want to watch the show. People now only watch the other couple and completely skip over them. So like I'm confused as now all those people like this one. So like what I don't get it because it's the exact same storyline of like two brothers that aren't really blood related but were raised as brothers since they were kids, and then they fall in love, but they were so against that one, but they love this one. And like I love them both. They both have their faults. Like obviously maybe shacking up with the person that you was raised as your brother isn't a good idea, but I don't know. That's the only thing like I don't like. I love the show, but I get angry when I see the comments of like people that are so I'm glad people are so supportive. It is an amazing series. Please keep supporting it. But I know for a fact some of those people were saying the exact opposite about a show that had the same plot. And it's like that aggravates me a little. Sorry,
Mm.
rant over. I'm sorry.
I will watch it and then get back to you on what I think about it.
They weren't as young. I don't think in the history one, they were like young and raised together as brothers since they were really young. And this one there's more of an age gap. So like one was like in elementary school and the other was like almost out of high school. So there's like a good amount of an age gap. So it's not like and then like the little guy that was at elementary school has liked him since day one. So it's not like I don't know. I'm sure he saw him as a brother, but he's very not hiding that he likes him. So that there are some differences, but the overall like most people were just hating on the overall plot that they were stepbrothers that weren't like fully related, and I'm like this is the exact same thing. It's so good though. Watch it though. It's so good.
Oh my god. Which one of the shows have you like that's a 10 out of 10?
Like just one. I think I have like a handful, maybe like a couple. You know what I mean? I'm biased because I love Jimmy C with my entire heart, so Last Twilight is definitely going on there. They always have everything that Jimmy and C are in. They haven't been in like a ton, but like they're always the freshest, like new plot lines. They don't do the same stuff. They've had like switching realities and now they're having like blind people and like switching like visions and like I don't know, they just have really unique storylines and I love it, and it's always very it's always shot and colorized in a very specific way. Like the editing team and production team, they always put a lot of thought into their shows, Jimmy and C's shows. So Last Twilight. I thought Pippe was really good too. I'm gonna give it. I haven't really sat and thought if I thought it was a 10 out of a 10, but I think it is pretty good. And it was it was our first Omega verse. 10 out of 10 are right there. That one was really good. Probably The Sign, also amazing. I thought Cherry Magic was good. I know some people didn't like it. I thought it was good. Dead Friend Forever was really good. And then maybe Love for Love's Sake was a 10 out of 10 for me. And then the rest either weren't or I'm still watching, so I don't know. So
Mm.
those ones. What did I say? Last Twilight, Pit Babe, The Sign, Cherry Magic, Dead Friend Forever, and Love for Love's Sake.
I
6.
think for me, Pit Base has to be like number like a 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Then Last Twilight, oh my god, that made me cry.
It
The
was so good.
audacity of that show
So good.
to make me cry so hard, especially that when he's losing his sight and he says what he says, and I'm like, no, it
And
really.
like the last thing he saw, he chose to see. He got to choose what the last thing he saw was, and he chose it to be his face.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
That was a good show.
Oh my god, I'm not even. It was so hard. I was watching it, and like my dad and my mom were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not okay."
No.
And then I had to show him the scene so I could be like, "Here, this is what I'm watching."
Mhm.
And my mom was like tearing up, and my dad was like, "I can't." But
And then he like, I get it, but he leaves. I was so pissed and sad when that happened. But I mean, they came back. But still, I was mad and sad. I was crying. I was bawling.
Oh my god, I was on the floor. I was a wreck for like 2 weeks. Um,
And on the note of Pit Babe, because you said Pit Babe, we need to have a whole episode about Pit Babe, to be
yeah.
honest. There's a lot that we need to talk about. I'm going to save that for that episode because I was going to rant about something. Like, we can talk about when we talk about Pit Babe. Great show. It deserves its own episode.
Yes, a complete episode.
Uh-huh. You gotta break down the characters and their relationships and the choices they make and why and how like we feel versus how other people feel and like it's gonna be we gotta yeah. Okay, what else?
Jazz for Two. I have to say that though there was like a plot hole, I think a little bit, but it's still so good and
Mhm.
it's so good. I just
It's
love.
also funny. Like that's
Yeah.
like it's got like funny moments too.
So yeah, I love that.
Second couple was amazing. Both couples were amazing, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But the best friend with the blue hair was
Yes.
my favorite character. Comedic, like funny, but also emotional, and I loved it.
Bro, when he went when he literally went to Taeyi and went woo, and he was like, my friend. Like, I'm like, wasn't that your friend? And now your friend is
hmm They had
so
so many funny moments. I loved when like the mean guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, walked in and was like, "What was going on?" And like I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but the little guy was like, he shoved
fun.
me down and like held me and got on top of me. And the guy was like, "Oh, he got on top of you? Oh, he held you down? What else happened? Tell me more."
This kid was clueless. He was
Uh-huh.
clueless.
And the
I
guy
was
was like, shut up, stop saying stuff.
oh my god, I had a ball with that. I swear I was entertained all the way. Um,
Mhm.
Dead Friend Forever.
Dude, that also had like it reminded me, not in any way is the plot the same, but because it was like a group of actors that everybody knew that had like difficult relationships with each other, really reminded me of Only Friends. Like
I
not the same plot at all, but both were like a group of well-known actors that all like paired off and like had difficult like deep relationships and like we had to figure that out as we went along with the show and figure out how we wanted who we wanted with each other and who we liked and who we didn't and like every episode something else was revealed that changed how you felt about the characters and I really liked it. It was really good. Barcode, oh my god, Jin the sexy.
oh my god. I was not prepared. I
I
was
was not either for
I
any of the scenes really. They came with adult. They said, "We're here to serve adult."
mm, I, that needs a whole episode too. That Dead Friends needs a whole episode because
Yep.
I can talk for days about just everything about
Mhm.
it. Oh my
This is such an out there, like, desire. I don't know why, but as I was watching it, I really wanted to see, as one of the characters or something, for them to have, like, a tumultuous relationship or something like that. I really wanted Max and Tool in that show.
god.
I don't know why, but, like, the further into the show I got, I'm like, "Dude, Max and Tool would kill this."
The one thing I have to say before like anything else, poor White. He didn't deserve any of
Yeah.
this.
He was, like, really the only one who was completely innocent in the situation, and,
Mm.
like, I felt really bad. He did not deserve what he got. He was one of the only ones who didn't deserve what he got.
No, he didn't deserve any of it.
No.
I was like waiting for him to have like a terrible backstory to
Mhm.
like, oh, I hate him.
I actually think the
Never
brothers
happened.
should live too. Kill them all. I was on his side. Kill them all. And as
I
soon
was
as can't remember his name right now, but as soon as the one guy, like, turned his back on him and, like, betrayed him, I was like, "Kill him too." They can all go. My poor baby Barcode is dead because of them. They can all die.
I'm same page. The only time I'm like, I don't know was when White happened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's a casualty in this.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
dang,
sad but true.
he's
If
the
the
part.
other, like, punks hadn't kept lying or tried to, like, live on their life as if nothing had happened and, like, wanted to keep it a secret so badly, if that hadn't happened, White wouldn't have been in that situation. So it's his boyfriend's fault.
I will never not get over this. And the fact that it actually there's later in the season, it there's one part where it did scare me.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout it, I was like, oh yeah, it's not that scary. And then there was just one part where that stupid black mask comes out, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I jumped, and I was like, oh, you know it's good. I jumped. You got me.
Uh-huh. It's so the BL world is so crazy right now because I'm thinking like all of these shows we got in a year.
Mm-hmm.
And like imagine 4 years ago if we just gotten one of these shows like in that year, it would have been a pivotal moment in like the community because of how good it was. And we've got like five of them in 1 year that are so good that they should be like they are like pivotal changing moments in the community.
Mm-hmm. You wanna know something? This is a little tangent, but my dad was waiting for Jeff to pop out in Dead Friends Forever because he's like, Barcode without Jeff? It doesn't make sense. And I was like, no, like listen to me. He like Barcode's like the lead person,
Yeah, this is Barcode's show.
and even though he's dead, but um
I mean, his spirit was there. He was in like every episode.
trivia, which I'm like surprised about. They were able to put him in everything.
Uh-huh.
I'm very
With
happy.
him being dead. Like the whole time.
Oh my god,
Great job.
I was rooting for him to be alive at the end, and when they finally revealed that he was actually dead,
Yeah.
I
And
was
the way he died, I sobbed. I really sobbed when they showed like the whole him like working and then like they come in and just take his lifeless body.
mm,
And like he had that little note that's like, I'm gonna get out of here.
and it's like 10 days or something on it.
Yeah, I'm crying now just thinking about it. I feel so bad for him. That was such a good show.
He deserved to
He did not
live.
deserve any of that. He was literally just like abused and then passed off to somebody else who abused him in a different way and then passed off to somebody else. And like, it was so bad.
I know. Oh god, it was so annoying. I was just like, let me save you, my baby angel. Like, oh, I don't know. I'm upset.
I was like, at first, the ending, at first I was pissed because I thought they'd gotten out. And they were like, I do like, I mean, like, okay, so I don't like either of their characters, but they're hot together. So
They are.
I was like a little happy that they were like together at the end, but I didn't want them to escape like scot free. And then we realized they're actually like trapped
Mm-hmm.
with him because he like walks by, and I'm like, fuck you. They got me. They got me.
I guess because we're so used to having it like skip a couple,
Yeah, we're
and then
always used to
just like
time jumps.
that they use the time jump technically they
Of
used the
course.
time jump to mess with us, and then we got to that point and I was just like, so you got
Yeah.
me? I need another episode. You can't just do that to me. And
Huh?
then they're like, we're coming out with a special episode. I was like, that better special episode come out tomorrow. Bruh.
Yeah.
It's like that. Ooh, I was so upset. Oh.
I wish it was more common for show like BL shows to get more than one season. We
Mm-hmm.
have some that do have more that have two seasons. That's usually as far as we get is like two seasons.
Yeah.
But usually they're like one season and we're done.
Yep.
And like that sucks. There's a lot of shows that deserve a second season
If we
or
I
a third. I'm still waiting for some third seasons from shows.
I know where you're going. As soon as you said that, I
You know
know.
what I mean?
No,
Mr. Fighting season 3.
it needed to happen.
The
It
full
never
note.
happened. Oh man. There I wish there was more like second seasons. Like I can name a
Hmm.
couple off my head, like Pit Bay. If Pit Bay got another season, I would be like, yes. Uh,
Hmm.
Kin Porch need a second season. What else? What else? To My Star, even though it had two seasons, let me give me a third.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah, that could have
There's a
been
lot of Korean ones that deserved a second season.
a lot of Korean ones that
Especially because they're all short. We like got like some of them like in entirety are like an hour and a half. Like all our episodes together. I'm like, what is this? What is this? You just that's all you gave me. What is that?
yeah. What Semantic Era second season? Let's go.
Yeah.
there, and there needs to be more second seasons
Uh-huh.
or third seasons.
Or they'll say like they're giving you like an extended movie version and it's like 5, maybe 10, maybe like a couple extra scenes that they cut out. And I'm like, this is not a whole new thing. I'm glad for these new scenes, but I would like a new season.
Mm-hmm. Please. Or Color Rush season 3.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm so upset. We need justice. Thought we
Was
said
there any like that were on my list that you hadn't seen? You said you'd seen pretty much almost all of them.
pretty much almost all of them.
I know a no now, girl. You haven't seen it now. Gray Shelter, you said you hadn't watched that one. Those are
Mhm.
newer ones that are still going. Those are ongoing ones. So that's like I get that.
I think I've
Did you
seen.
watch VIP? That's a Taiwanese one.
No, I have not.
Okay. That's a good one. Or Anti-Reset. Did you watch that either? Okay, yeah, you watched that.
Turtle, you're supposed to
That
be.
was an emotional roller coaster. The last like 3 or 4 episodes was
Mhm.
just a lot.
They really like hit you with all the emotions.
Uh-huh. Twins, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Did you watch Twins?
I watched Twins.
I really liked it.
You,
I put it off until it was like almost over because I didn't think I was gonna like it because it just didn't look like something I was gonna like. In the from the trailer, the acting looked like not bad, but like you know what I mean.
yeah.
So like I wasn't gonna watch it, and then I just kept seeing edits on YouTube of it, and they were everywhere. So I'm like, okay, it must be good. And then I started watching it, and I watched it in a day. I watched the whole show. I sat in my bed and watched the whole show.
I think for me, I also binged it. It took me like 3 days because I was a little busy.
Hmm.
All I have to say is that I forgot the twins' name, the one that is like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
He
the
doesn't
original
he
volleyball player.
doesn't he doesn't deserve any of his friends. His brother made him friends.
Yeah, his brother did all of the work. And the other brother like didn't even work on himself. He's still an asshole.
I
But
swear.
I'm glad that brother didn't really have a whole like didn't really have that big of a part in the show, which I was okay with, other than like his little girlfriend. I was like, all right, you two, have each other. I'm gonna focus on your brother and this boy and all his friends. So I was like kind of okay with that.
Ugh, I swear. He didn't I'm a little mad. I'm a little mad. But I'm okay.
Mhm.
So